course, baby, let the lights go out. Yeah, we fall and then we rise. No, my alibis don't wanna hide now. Yeah, pull into the fire, baby, we could ride the night. Yeah, I'ma show you, or we could shine the light. Hey, lift your hands, free your mind and mind combine and float up to the higher. It's okay, it's okay. Close your eyes, baby, let me show you your love, your love. Come on, baby, let me get you close to your love, your love. Your love, your love. Your love, your love. Your love. Walk a straight line, how many fingers? An ecstasy, fragrance lingers. Yeah, and those endless conversations, and you feel it floating now. I finally got you, and I'm following you into the fire. Baby, we could ride the night, yeah. I'ma show you, or we could shine the light, yeah. Lift your hands, free your mind and mind combine and float up to the higher. It's okay, it's okay. Close your eyes, baby, let me show you your love, your love. Come on, baby, let me get you close to your love, your love. Your love, your love. Your love, your love. Hold me up, cause you never wanna drop me, not me. Got the key, dancing to unlock me. Side to side, know their fingers don't faze me. Crazy to say, but nothing gonna stop me. You're talking to get you. I ain't playing with you. I ain't playing with you. You should say what you say. Oh, come on, get it on. Oh, come on, get it on. Close your eyes, baby, let me show you your love, your love. Come on, baby, let me get you close to your love, your love. Close your eyes, baby, let me show you your love, your love. Come on, baby, let me get you close to your love, your love. Show you, let me show you your love, your love.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Café is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Café and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Café. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, you too.
Thank you very much.
You too, and you too. And welcome to the Brooklyn Café on a beautiful Thursday afternoon. I thought that the morning show was packed full of surprises. But every time I turn around, there's another surprise.
Wow, we just see now.
Well, I want to thank Peter Pan.
Tom Sawyer.
Him too. Tom Sawyer Restaurant here on 2nd, sending over some food. Very nice of them to do that. And of course, on my order was the only one that was not correct.
We got it
then
fixed, and they took care of
redid
it.
it right away.
Tom Sawyer, right on 2nd Avenue, north of Glades. They've been there for a very long time, and I got to tell you, I think they've got the best pancakes around. You loved your omelet. I think everyone here loved their food, and even Taylor got a
That has
little
to be
omelet.
the world's biggest omelet I've ever seen.
4 eggs.
Is that what it is? Oh, that's too much. My cholesterol is going through the roof.
Did you finish it?
No,
Okay, good.
you didn't tell me that. But their pancakes are the size of flying saucers.
We've got some pancakes left and some English muffins.
Even
and-
Josh, English muffins,
That's
they
an
send a
English muffin.
basket.
You got a
That's-
basket of
that's
English
not,
muffins.
Oh, that's 8.
Which was really nice. So if you have not been to Tom Sawyer's, check it out. You get also on Uber Eats and deliver, and they're amazing. So nice. We offer them to come on, do a segment, or go down and do a shoot with them.
Yes.
So we gave them our cards, and we'll see. But really, always good to support local and keep businesses growing. They keep everything clean, separated, and it's really cute. They've got teddy bears in their seats to look like those seats are taken, and then other people are around. Everything's got plastic partitions to keep everyone a little bit more COVID safe, because it is getting crazy out there.
It is. And it looks like every day is another challenge.
Yep.
And all we can say is, keep the faith, keep your head down, keep your hands washed. And hopefully we will get over this as well. It's funny because the first time we went around with this thing, we used to tell people, get it together, get it together, get it together. So you can't keep saying the same sermon. Everybody knows what they're supposed to do. The question is, are you going to do it? So
Do what you're supposed to do. And we had big news. We had Mini Donut World on the show yesterday, and they told us they got their first order. So that's pretty cool.
as a matter of fact, I will bet you they will have a second order by the end of the day,
That
from
is
what I'm hearing.
Probably true. Mini Donut World located in Cooper City, Florida, but they do deliver. I was looking for the rest of the donuts. I guess somebody must have taken them home last night, which is great.
They took, let me tell you something
I
about
didn't tell them to take them home.
Alex.
Oh, did Alex take them?
Let me tell you something about Alex. There was food here to share. The wadufu, whatever that Greek big thing was. The thing was this
He
long.
ate that whole thing?
So I said to him, have some. He says, no, don't mind if I do. He took the whole thing and ate it.
Oh.
Then you said, would you care to take some donuts? Because there was a lot of donuts. So I think RK was going to take some. He picked up the box and walked right out with it. He went to the Marlins game or something. Or his family went to the, I don't know, gone.
Well, I'm hoping that maybe if he comes in tomorrow, we can bring some more, because we do have a book signing event here tomorrow night, Rainbow in the Night, A Journey of Redemption. So I'm excited that we've got OMG Flower Boutique in the house, because we'll have some beautiful flowers here for tomorrow night's event. Goldie Wynn is the author. It took her 20 years to publish this book. It's about her journey, everything she has gone through in life, and how she found redemption and joy. So book signing here tomorrow night. The event is free. All we ask is for an RSVP to keep people safe, keep everyone socially distant, COVID precautions taken. But she'll be here, and she's got some wine coming, some water, and just really like a meet and greet and a book signing. So if you're interested, give us a call, 888-994-4995. Studio A, you get to meet the author, ask questions. It'll be a lot of fun. We've got some longtime friends joining us. Dawn DeBook will be here.
I have you hit capacity already? Did you hit the magic number?
Yes, but things happen, so not everyone always comes. So
what happens if they all come?
Definitely let us know. I think it'll be fine in and out. I don't think everyone's going to stay. I think people will come, meet, greet, and then go on, because it's a Friday night from 6 to 8.
Gotcha.
So we'll see what happens with that. Mini Donut World, really amazing. They have adult donuts, great for branding, great for promotional items. More to come with them as our new partnership affiliation with Mini Donut World.
You are like flying today.
I have to be, because you've got a lot of things, so I'm kind of letting you catch up on all your other work stuff.
Yeah, well, we had to make some other adjustments.
So I'm letting you do the adjustments you got to do, and I will take care of what we got to do on this end of the world. We've got Andreas from OMG Flower Boutique joining us. We also have Michele Landers, our numerologist, and man, this woman is always on point. She'll be joining us virtually.
Yes, I'm pretty sure you're very happy to see her.
I'm not so sure.
Why? Every time she comes on, you hit the big one.
It's just my
And the bigger
numbers.
one.
It's just my numbers is all
Trust
I can
you
tell
me, ladies and gentlemen. If you had her numbers, you'd be very happy.
It is just my numbers, is all
No
I can
numbers?
tell you.
All right, I'll stay quiet.
Running the numbers. Anyway, then later in the show, Talking to Taylor did a great recap. We have not talked to her in a long time. She did a great show today. It's going to be airing tonight on WNN at 7:30. And wait till you see what she did in Chicago. You talk about food, that Chicago dog. Oh my gosh. So they're uploading the elements now.
I heard it took 4 hands to hold that thing in place to eat it.
Amazing.
It's real big.
It's just like you have to see the video they shot for her because it's amazing. It's like this big bite, which was incredible. And I think she is bringing out a garbage bag. You have a donut here too? You have a hot dog here, Taylor?
I don't have a hot
What is that you brought over there?
a trash bag for
Oh, a trash bag for Andreas. Oh, okay. I'm thinking, what has she got going over there?
Do we have a picture of the hot dog that she designed?
We have a whole video that we're going to play.
Oh.
They're going to upload the video. So let's send it over to camera 3 because this takes a little bit of time. We've got Andreas from OMG Flower Boutique. It's been a minute, as they say now, since we've seen you.
Yes. How you guys doing today?
We're doing great. How are you doing?
Amazing. Can't complain.
What are you?
Life is beautiful.
You're feeling good?
Even with all this COVID thing going on, you know?
Back from Colombia.
Yeah. I was stuck there 17
Is
days.
that where you're from?
Yes. I was born there. I came here when I was 12 years old. I've been here for like 23 years now. 24.
You got stuck in Colombia for a couple weeks.
Yes. 17 days to be exact.
Yeah, but now you're feeling good.
Yeah. It's been over a month and a half, so I'm good.
Was it everything you thought it was going to be? Worse?
It was worse than I thought it was gonna be.
COVID is what we're talking about.
I consider myself to be a healthy person, you know, and it hit me pretty hard. I didn't lose my smell or my taste, but it affected my lungs a lot. So yeah,
You said for like 14 days, right?
14 days. But the worst part was like from day 9 to the end, to like 13, 14 day. Just in the middle of the night, gasping for air, you know, my coughing nonstop. So all I kept thinking was, what happens if somebody that's older than me, like my parents, or out of shape, gets COVID, you know? I don't think they could have made it. That's just my personal opinion, because it was tough on me. So, but I made it out.
Well, I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad your girlfriend is better.
She's
and that
good
you
too,
came
yeah.
back. Amazing. What are you going to make for us today?
So I'm gonna make you an arrangement that on the website I call it Tropic Thunder. It's a low and modern arrangement and very colorful. So something for you to have in the studio for the next week or so.
I am looking forward to some fresh flowers in here because, you know, it's all about vibration and energy and frequency, and nothing does it like fresh flowers.
It does changes the whole atmosphere of the room.
And will you do this for people even just because if maybe people want an arrangement every week?
Yeah, if they pay me, yes, absolutely.
Of course, but you know,
No, I do.
Because
I do
if
have
you go to the
customers.
grocery store,
Yesterday we did the flowers for Ron DeSantis, the governor. He was here for an event that my friend Abe Ovadia, with the Ovadia Law Group, they set it up for him, and I did the flowers for them.
what kind of flowers did you do?
Just for the tables, they wanted like 6 small arrangements for the tables for the dinner, and then like a bigger arrangement for the bar area. So, and they wanted the colors to be like the Florida flag, red, white, and a little bit of yellow.
Interesting.
Come on, nice.
And you just did a big funeral also?
Well, last week we did 9 of them.
Wow.
So big ones. I did a huge one from they sent it to me from California. I had to do a bunch of like custom made stuff. Like I built a heart that was 6 feet tall, and then a picture frame to put a photo that was 36 by 24 inches, and we made a huge frame with flowers. It came out beautiful. Very happy with the way that.
How
it
do
came
you
out.
send an arrangement 6 feet tall out?
I don't even know. I just make it happen, man. They send me the order. I don't say no to money, pretty much, right? You send me an
Wow.
order that they're willing to pay that kind of money for. I just have to figure out a way to do it. It took me about the heart itself. It took me about 6.5 hours to build. I had to make it out of wood, like 2x4s, and make it really, really strong, because you don't want any accidents to happen in the middle of a funeral, right? So
Can you imagine?
it was my first time doing it, but I knew I was gonna make it happen because I done similar stuff like that. Like I did a reef that was 10 feet tall, so just made it happen pretty much.
And we met Andreas through Amy Rashevsky, one of our artists in the studio. And
She's the best.
Amy
Love her.
is the best. No one has a mind like Amy, for sure.
Her personality is amazing.
She's awesome.
She's a
We really-
sweet lady. Yeah.
We really miss her. She'll be back in October. So it's been really quiet without Amy here hanging out with us, having our Gubba Daily.
True that.
Yeah.
So Amy, we miss you, and we thank you for introducing us to Andreas. So we're going to keep things going here for summer, because right now it's the craziest time out there. So get some fresh flowers. And lately, I've been buying flowers because, like I do, at the grocery store, they don't even last a week, 3 days, they're done.
Do you know what it is with that? It's that whenever you go to the grocery store, they have like the little setup, right? Some of those flowers, by the time you get to they've been there for 7-8 days. So when you get them, you're only gonna get 2-3 days out of them. If you buy them from my store, we don't keep anything old. So we get our flowers 2 to 3 times a week. Every Tuesday, every Thursday, and sometimes on Saturdays, right? So you're always gonna get fresh flowers. And we buy enough. We know around how much we sell, so we buy enough so there's not much left over. So we don't use them like the following week. It's either that week or nothing, right? So, and if we're too busy, I go back down on Saturdays and I get more flowers. So that's the advantages of being here, being close to Miami, right? So we always have fresh products. So our flowers are guaranteed to last you 7 to 10 days. And if they don't, we'll replace it, It's happened in the past where some people don't know how to take care of the flowers. Like I had a lady last week. She sent me a photo of her. We did an arrangement for her, right? That her daughter sent to her from California. Make this beautiful arrangement. 2 days later, she sends me a picture that the spray roses die. So I said, okay, you know what? We'll replace it, right? I show up to her house the following day with a new arrangement, and the whole thing was completely dead. And not only was it dead, it was like black. It was like completely. Well, she left it outside in her patio. So with the direct sun and the heat, it's gonna kill them, because these hydrangeas flowers, they're not supposed to be outside. They're supposed to be inside the home, nice cold air, So it was her mistake, and I told her, listen, I'm sorry, you just have to keep it inside, and that's it. But it wasn't the flowers that were bad. It was just the way that she took care of them.
In the Florida heat.
And it happens. Some people don't know, but that's.
I gotta ask him, because he's a florist, right?
Yeah.
I gotta ask him, in the front of the studio, and I know that I can't put flowers, because flowers is one thing, plants is another, and then there's a combination. But that thing, because of the cement and the sunlight is constantly going east to west,
Okay.
it's constantly on there. What could I put in there short of a cactus?
You know what? You could do orchids.
Really?
Orchids.
Orchids. You ever go to somebody's house and they have them wrapped up in the trees and everything?
I had them in New
There you
York.
go. So you could do the same in front of your.
They take
studio.
that much heat?
Excuse me?
They'll take that much, because it gets hot there.
No, so as far as I'm concerned, they do. They don't really like direct sun, right? But you could try. See, they don't need much care. You only put a little bit of water. Like we only put this much water once every 10 days. You put too much water, you kill them, right? So the only way to find out is to put a few out there and see how they do with the sun.
Wow.
But remember, they're plants. So they adjust to it. If not, we could do like a flower wall with fake flowers that look real.
Oh,
You see,
would
that
be
was
nice.
going to be my suggestion.
Yeah.
But people
I think
said
that
to
would be
me,
cool, to be honest.
people said to me that it's superstitious. People told me it's bad luck to put fake flowers
See, I never heard that before.
I've
at the
never heard
entrance
that.
of a business.
Really?
Really?
This is what they tell me.
Huh.
Because it doesn't keep you authentic.
Are you superstitious? Or?
Me?
Yeah. No.
Absolutely not. You kidding? I wouldn't change my socks if I was on a hitting streak.
It's true. We can be in the middle of a meeting, and if the meeting's going well, he does not move. It can be 4 hours. I've seen this man sit here for our show and then sit here for another 4 hours for a meeting and not move.
Really?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
He doesn't get up. He doesn't go to the bathroom. He does not move.
I feel like I do that when I'm watching like a football game, right? And you're rooting for your team, or you're betting some type of money on it, and I'm superstitious that way, right? But with everything else, I'm
But I noticed that when you set up to do an arrangement flower, you have a certain meticulousness about you. Everything in a certain way.
Oh,
I
yeah.
notice.
That's because I'm so used to working a certain way. So like the height of the table has to be right, otherwise it throws me off. But no, you're right. But you know what? I adjust to every environment that I'm in, so I'll make it happen no matter what. But you're right. I set up things in a certain way. You're right. But I don't think that's being superstitious. That's just the way that I'm used to working.
Yeah, well, we don't know because you haven't changed in 10 years.
But we're going to see what he's going to make today.
And you do spectacular work, I gotta tell you.
Thank you.
They're always beautiful.
Your stuff is breathtaking. And it's funny that you're here because the donut guys were here yesterday. And what we want to do is we are going into a new phase of advertising where we're theming things out. So yesterday I asked them to make a donut that says on the road again, and we sent the crew out on the road. It didn't work out because one of my crew members got amnesia.
Ate 'em all.
But it would have worked. It would have worked.
Yeah.
And we want to theme it out wherever we're going to go to different businesses and things of that nature. And I think accompany a flower bed with this thing may be. I mean, I was told.
That's the thing with flowers. You could do so many things, right?
Well, I was told that my thinking has to be bigger. I got to be bigger.
Bigger.
He said bigger.
He said bigger.
He did.
You gotta think outside the box, right?
That's what
So,
he said, bigger.
but I think you're part of that box. I have a feeling that when we go out on the road on Wednesdays, we do this. We have to have an accompany arrangement with the donuts because I learned something yesterday. There are certain businesses who don't want donuts, but I know no business is ever going to say no to the arrangement.
It's funny. It's funny that you mentioned that. But I met people in the past, women that says they don't like flowers, and my thing is, if you don't like flowers, I cannot trust you, right? You can't go out with a woman that doesn't like flowers, right? I mean, come on now.
That's
Why
kind of
wouldn't you like
strange.
flowers?
Taylor, you like flowers?
You like it when they bring you flowers.
I've never had someone bring me flowers, so I don't know.
You're kidding me.
No.
Wow.
Flowers are beautiful.
I just think that they light up the room, right?
They do. So I love having fresh flowers here, but what we're finding is they just keep dying. And I'll tell Freddie, I bought them, I have them at my house, they're gone in 3 days.
Yeah. Well,
So I'm
you have to
glad
buy
you're
them from me, Don.
No, well, I'm glad you're back in town because it's been a little bit.
Yeah. No, but the store, we stayed open, thank God, right? I
Good.
have great help at the store. So I have this girl, Manuela. She's 24 years old. She's amazing. So she helps me a lot, and we kept running throughout the whole time. So it worked out pretty good.
You got to keep going.
And I'm back. I'm here.
Awesome. All right. So Andreas is going to start making an arrangement. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, see if Michele Landers is on the line. We're going to keep Andreas up throughout the show so you'll get to watch the whole progress of this. So give us a call, 888-994-4995, Studio A. Get your flower arrangements ordered just because you can. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Do you need a strong cup of coffee to get you through your day? Try your very own Brooklyn Café Show coffee, the official coffee of the Brooklyn Café Show. You can pick up a bag from us, or two. Contact us at 866-224-5422, or just stop on by. We're at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, Suite 13. Come on in, grab a bag of our signature Brooklyn Café coffee. The cafe doors are always open.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Proudly distilling out of West Palm Beach, Florida, Lost Harbor Spirits is a true treasure waiting to be discovered. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
You good? What's wrong? Like a bug on
Nothing.
me?
But he has his applause delayed applause
I'm feeling
thing
there's
going.
like a bug on me or something.
No, he has like this. He might never know what's gonna happen.
Welcome back to our Thursday at the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Definitely time to get our weekend going. What a week it has been. And my family, my household has been like topsy-turvy for a week, but you got to keep going. Nothing like getting your Gubba weekend on early. So we're going to be starting that. We've got Andreas joining us from OMG Flower Boutique, and he will deliver anywhere to you. He's located, are you considered Boynton?
I'm Boynton Beach, yeah.
In Boynton Beach, but he will deliver. So he's going to, I guess, walk us through what he's going to do, and then we'll bring over Michele Landers. So what do you got cooking over there?
Okay, so the first thing I do when I start an arrangement, if I'm using like a clear vase, right? The first thing I do is I lined up the vase with aspidistra leaves, and just to make it like, it makes it look like neat, very clean. And then I'm gonna start the vase with some Israeli roscoes, and that's what's gonna keep everything in place, right? And that's something I learned with time. If you have a strong base, then you could give it any shape that you want. That's what we're doing. Then I'm gonna add all the flowers and the finishing touches, and that's it. I'll show you guys the finished product in a little bit.
So before any flowers, you are deciding the vase.
Yes, correct.
So the vase becomes part of
The
the
whole.
whole thing.
Arrangement, yeah. It makes very
Wow, I didn't realize that. I thought a vase was a vase.
Well, does it matter that, because what I found when I use flowers in vases or vases I have at home, different crystal or different lead counts, I guess, sometimes they live longer and sometimes they don't.
You know what? I'm not an expert with that, but it makes total sense. That will affect everything. Could affect the lifespan of the flower, right? So we use this liquid, like like when you put the flower food or the powder, that doesn't really work. We have this liquid that comes from the Netherlands, from Holland. It's called Rose Pro, and it's a liquid. And if you touch it, it's very sticky, very sweet, very sticky. That's what we use, and that's proven to work far better than anything else, right? So that depending how old the flowers are, and then the environment. If you one thing that I learned is I have customers that are very happy people, right? And they're always telling me how the flowers last 2 weeks, 3 weeks sometimes, right? And then I have people that those type of people that they're always complaining about something.
Slick, yes.
They come every week. They're your customers, so you love them either way. But they're always complaining that the flowers only last 3 or 4 days. It's weird. So I think that has a lot to energy.
Your energy, absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah. And if it's nice and cool, in the house, they're gonna last you longer than if it's really hot inside the house.
Well, that's true. That's true about anything. You surround the flowers with love and kindness, they'll live longer.
Energy is everything.
My
Yeah.
father told me, I don't know, my father was a farmer, so I don't know. I didn't challenge him because it was logical. A dark vase, the flowers live longer than a see-through vase. Like a colored vase, they live longer.
And maybe that's why when you put
Maybe
the leaves
because they stop the sun from hitting the water directly or something. It
Just-
makes a lot of sense.
He said to me, flowers are in soil, and the root of the soil is underneath the soil, and it's protecting them from sunlight. So when you use a dark-colored vase, they live longer. I don't know if he was right or wrong, but I wasn't going to argue with
It
that.
does make sense, All those little things, they do help for sure. So
All right, so we're going to watch this whole process. How can people contact you?
So they could call us 561-806-5818. That's our phone number, and then you could go directly to our website and place the order there at www.omgflowerboutique.com. and we deliver. We're in Palm Beach County, but we deliver from anywhere from Miami and West Palm Beach and everything in between. We go to Cold Springs, we do Tamarack, we do all those places, right? Deerfield Beach, Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, I ordered beautiful flowers for my mom like 6 months ago.
Oh yeah.
And we were heading over there for, maybe it was Father's Day or something, but I ordered my mother something. And you were right in front of us. And
Yes.
you're like, I'm looking for the house. And I'm like, wait, but I know that truck. And so you had delivered it all the way down in Plantation.
Yeah,
And
absolutely,
it was a Just Because bouquet from OMG. Oh my goodness.
It's
We
really,
have customers from all over the place.
it's
So,
really funny because people are writing in. Kids going back to school. And do you have a teacher arrangement, appreciation, a little arrangement, something small that a child could take to a teacher?
absolutely, yeah.
That's
we,
just,
we do everything from small to big, and the one thing that we don't use is we don't use like the cheaper flowers, like the little daisies or the little carnations. We don't use any of that stuff. So everything that we use is like premium, right? So what they call novelties or things of that nature. But yeah, we do everything. So
it's amazing. My mother used to give me a gift for my teachers at the beginning of the year and at the end of the year.
you know
But
what?
it was never flowers.
It makes them happy. You give your teacher flowers the first day of school, they're gonna treat you right the whole year. I'm telling you.
They're gonna notice you. A student with them flowers. My
Absolutely.
mother was a businesswoman, I tell you. Never realized, sometimes a flower pot was bigger than me. I was a little kid. And I used to give it to Miss Goldstein, never forgot me. She never forgot me in 6 years of being in high school, in junior high school.
Amazing. All right, let's bring over Michele Landers. She's my personal numerologist, I
Yes,
gotta
your
tell
personal.
you.
Your
My
personal.
personal. She can be your personal numerologist too. Michele is always on point, always with a smile. She comes to us virtually because she's being a little bit cautious. So yes, we can do interviews in studio and we can do interviews remotely. So let's bring Michele over and see what she's got going on in this world of 2021.
Is she on?
There she is.
And there she would
I'm
be.
here.
Hi,
Okay.
Michele. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
We're great. She's always great, Michele.
I tell you,
You know,
she has the right numbers.
I do have the right numbers. I'm getting a little feedback here, so
Lower
I'm
your
not
sound.
sure.
Lower your sound.
Okay, I will lower my sound.
Yeah, until it stops. How's that? Better?
I think so. Is it a little better?
Yeah,
Well,
you
you
sound great.
couldn't tell. All right. So, haven't seen you guys in
been a little
forever. It's been a while. The couple of minutes that I've been on, I really enjoyed it. The artwork from, was it Max Legeza?
Max Lazega, yes.
Lizega, beautiful artwork. And Andreas, those flowers. I love flowers. Who doesn't like to receive flowers?
Exactly, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
What is happening in the world of numerology?
Oh, dear God. I'm not even sure where to begin
Okay,
with
stop.
all
Wait a minute.
this.
Hold it. Don't. I gotta get my heart pill. Don't start. I was counting on you giving me some good news.
Do you have some
Okay,
good
well,
news?
Freddie, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What did you say, Dawn?
Do you have some good news for us?
I have interesting news. Interesting. It's like a friend of mine said when last year when I sold my house, right? And she said to me, "Well, just look at it this way. It's you're going into a new and better energy and vibration. It'll be different and great." And then she said to me, "Well, it may not be better and it may not be whatever else." She said, "But it will be different. So let's just go with that. We're in a really interesting and different vibration." But I did want to mention something to Freddie because I took so are you ready, Freddie?
Hold on. Let me put on my seatbelt. Yes.
Okay, what I wanted to ask you though about this year so far for you, this is a year for you to be letting go of things and changing things. So, does that make sense to you?
Letting go and changing. Yes. No. Maybe. It depends. It's been an up and down, all around type of deal. Some things have changed,
Okay.
some things haven't. So it depends.
Okay, so as you're, well, I'm actually Dawn's numerologist, but I'm sure she'll allow me to share some information with you.
Of course.
So, yeah, so this is a year for you to let go of anything that's not working in your life, to change things, to clear out, clean up and clear out. It's like, and this month especially, by the way, could be an emotional month, but it's a month to let go, let it go, let it out. It just kind of allow everything that's not working again in your life to let it go. Just let it go, because you're preparing for a brand new, very positive 1 year coming up. And around this time of the year, numerologically, this is when things start to shift. The energy of the new year begins. So for you, you're going into, and there was a lot of emphasis on money in your chart this year. Did that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so what you're going into is a 1 year of brand new beginnings, and it's one of the best times to start something new, to stand strong, to stand out, and think about all the things that you really, really, really want to accomplish, because you're going to have a lot of that positive energy supporting you in the new year. And all of that energy is starting to come in now, but you'll feel it more September, October, as the new vibration comes in.
Well, from your mouth to God's ear,
That's good news,
it is good news.
right?
It is good news. I'm still getting terrible feedback.
Lower your volume more. I know. I hear it on your end.
You do?
Yep.
How about now? Still?
I'm not. You're gonna have to hear us. If we're vibrating, you got to keep going.
Okay. So that's a little bit about your year. Dawn, you already know about
You
yours.
can share.
Okay. It's a big year of change for Dawn.
Yeah.
Okay. And also about, I saw in her chart, it looked like there was a possibility of moving, but also there was a big emphasis on contracts or joint ownership of whatever, whether it's property or investments, but big emphasis on joint dealings. So the year for you, interestingly, like you're in a 5 year, and the world happens to be in a 5 year. So it's kind of a crazy mixed up time that we're all going through. So did that I know that your chart was much longer, but did that make sense for you?
It's totally a crazy mixed up time. Yeah, it does. We'll see what happens. So definitely a lot of change. My son just went to Washington, D.C. last week, and that was a huge, big change in that. We've had a lot of changes here in the studio and lots of things happening. So maybe I'm moving out of my house. I've been there for my son's 26, 24 years. So that's a possibility right now. And then it's, where am I going to go? But it will be someplace close. I'm moving in with, I'm moving here. But someplace close in Boca. But we'll see what happens. But lots of change on the horizon. And as you say, hopefully the change brings in new good energy.
Yeah, well, it can. It's our responsibility. With the numbers, it's really interesting because every year it tells you what the tendencies are. Where's the energy for that year? And if you want to go with the flow of the energy, that usually works out really well. If you resist it, as an example, if you were the type of person in a 5 year, if you were a type of person that hates change, hates, gets very stubborn about things, although you do have a little bit of determination, let's put it that way, in your chart.
Yeah.
But if you're not able to let go of things, then a 5 year is going to be really difficult for you. In a 1 year, which Freddie is going into, if you're not sure of what you want, then the 1 year isn't going to support you in the best way possible. So I guess that's the other thing to be clear about, Freddie, is to know what it is that you want and go after it with, I'll use the word vengeance, but I don't mean vengeance in an overly aggressive, hard way. I mean, go after what you want in a 1 year. And I think more people are going to be paying attention to you. That's usually what happens in a 1 year. So if you like that attention, and hopefully it's, it's good attention, then that's perfect. And you want to step into your power in a 1 year. It's a very male oriented energy. So it just brings about new beginnings. Some new beginnings will at times be forced upon you, but hopefully if you're going with the flow of it, which again, what I said is know what you want and go after it, then the year is much easier. It has a much better flow to it and it supports you. So do you have any ideas or do you in your mind of new things that you want to do?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
All the time. It's funny because I'm listening to what you're saying. There are two aspects of your definition of going to go get it. I mean, I'm a firm believer of you either get or you get got. So, but there are two aspects of life. You got your physical, personal side, and then you got your business side. And for me, it's always tried to find that balance because I am very aggressive in business. I don't. It could be working wonderfully, and I got to add another drop to get it even more wonderful. On the personal side, it's a different environment. There's more balancing on the other side as well because there are people around you that you have to take feelings into consideration, and my kids and their kids, and there's a lot of fear around us, and always maintaining that strong front. So there's a lot of stuff going on, and the more you talk about this, there's somebody else that I heard talking about what we're going through in the phase and everything else. So right now, it's tough. It's really, really hard. There's some physical stuff going on with me right now, and there's only one way for me, and that's always to stay positive. And I get tired. I was tired this morning, and my friends in here took over, and they carried the ball until I catch my breath. So yes, letting go is important, and believing in the system, and believing that if you have faith, everything will work out. So yes, it makes a whole lot of sense. It makes a whole lot of sense.
Yes, yes.
Michele, when does the year start? Are we currently in it? Is it a 2020 year? Are you talking about going into 2021? What is the year frame we're looking at?
Okay, so overall, your personal year runs from January to December. But then I have other transits that run from birthday to birthday. So for both of you, March is a transition period because your other transits run from March to March. And that intersects or overlaps with your personal year. And that's for anyone, depending on where their birthday falls. However, that said, in any personal year, right now, what we're going through is the ending or the washing out of the energy of this year. And what we're going to start feeling around September, October is the new energy coming in for next year. So how does that apply right now to the United States and the world? And all I can tell you is I knew that this month was probably going to be a pullback which I talked about on another show about a month ago, that I knew that August was going to be kind of a pullback because of the numbers. There's a heavy energetic 4 at work. So that is like pulling in, pulling back. But what we're going through in September is the whole energy of the year globally and the energy of the year in the US is like culminating in September. So September is going to be I thought that this month or last month was kind of wild, and this month would be, but next month is really, really going to be wild. And when I say wild, it's just going to be so much up and down energy. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people who are protesting. There's going to be more protests. There's going to be more upsetment about things. But I mean, it's all going to work out because, you know, these transits last for a certain period of time and then they kind of die down and then other ones, you know, jump up again. So in September, what we're going through is a period when there might be things that come to the surface that we weren't aware of. There's more revelations. And it's kind of a culmination of the 7 year, which that's what the United States is in, a 7 year. And that was really inviting us to go deep within and examine all our relationships, the way we do things in the United States. It's really a year that we needed major transformation, and that's happening and that's coming. And what we're going to be seeing going forward is a breakdown of a lot of different systems. I know I have seen, and I know that there are astrologers who are saying the same thing, that somehow our whole economic system is going to shift. Now, I don't know what that means. I know there's a lot of talk about cryptocurrency, but that is way beyond what I understand. Okay, don't understand the cryptocurrency, but something about cryptocurrency and how we do business is going to change. There's going to be a breakdown of more structures, or the kind of the old guard, the way things used to be. We're going through a major transformation that probably will be felt the strongest in February of 2022. So we're going through a lot of changes, and COVID was just one piece of that, really, to kind of knock us, not knock us down, I don't want to say that, but to get us to realize that things can no longer work the way they used to work.
Michele,
unfortunately,
I find it
yes.
so interesting. February 2022, those are all twos.
Yes, right, exactly.
So what does that mean?
Call.
I mean, you're talking about February is the second month of 2022. Is
That's
that why
right.
things are lining up? Is that a good 20? Are twos good?
Well, every number has its positive characteristics and its challenges. That's the whole point. Well, the whole point is to grow spiritually every year. And what I want to go back to what Freddie had said about balance, but I'll address what you're saying about 222. 2 is very feminine in nature, the number 2. And the positive aspects of the number 2 are cooperation, understanding, diplomacy, being a team player. That's all the elements of a 2 when you're working it positively. If you're not working it in a positive vein, then it's a lack of patience. It's being too aggressive. It's not being a team player. So, but that isn't the reason that I was talking about the transformation. The United States is in an astrological house that's bringing about financial changes, but it's also on an astrological level, which I just recently found out, is we're going through a Pluto return. And the last time we had a Pluto return was, guess what? At the birth of the United States in 1776. So what the heck does that mean, right? That's huge. So we were built on the whole idea, the United States was built on the whole idea of the concept of getting away from that patriarchy type of, environment to be free. So that's what, interestingly, we are experiencing, well, we'll be experiencing that Pluto return, and that's what it's all about. It's about our freedom. It's about the United States changing the systems that are not working anymore, supporting, understanding, getting more in touch with the prejudices that we have. It's a needing to come together, which we've needed for a long time, but Pluto is really going to force that even more. So I found that really fascinating, that that's what we're going through. Although I have to say that I knew that 2020 was ushering in some major transitions that were going to bring us to a point where we've got to choose. We've got to choose the high road, unless, if you want to, we either live together or we die together. So, and to address what you said, Freddie, about balance. So for me in my life, there is no difference between how I behave in business or how I behave in my personal life. Because the one thing for me, and this is how, I live my life, is I have a strong spiritual belief. It's not religious, it's spiritual. So if my connection to the divine or to God or whatever you want to call it is clear, and it's like having that pipeline, right? Then I receive guidance all the time, whether it's for business or whether it's in my personal life. But if that's clear, I know I have a better understanding and a better handle on how to operate all those areas. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. It's interesting because I look at what's going on around us, and I've spoken to Dawn and some of the crew in here. We all get an opportunity to pick the signs that we are given and use them in a positive light. Life to me is always a positive energy towards the light. The problem is that we don't either see it, we don't do anything about it, we don't balance. So sometimes when I look at things, I look at how I can help somebody else understand that balance. Because if I can get more people to understand balance, we will be in a better place today. And from what I'm seeing right now, this wheel is so out of whack, where people will take out a gun and shoot you for putting on a mask. It just makes no sense. There is no urgency or appreciation of life anymore. It can go like this, it could be taken, people think they're bigger than God. It's just ridiculous. So for me, balance, I make it in different compartments because certain people understand balance in one aspect and they don't understand it in another, even though, as you say, they're all the same. But we got to break this down so people can understand the signs that we all given.
Right.
I
agree. And I think...
Want to see this?
Oh,
yes.
Let's take a look at this beautiful piece.
Let's blow this up, Slick. See if we can blow this up. Andreas, that is spectacular.
Talking about signs.
Thank you.
Wow.
Holy smokes.
That is...
Are you kidding me? He did that in less than 20 minutes?
Takes me longer in this type of table. If I could do it faster.
Wow.
That is unbelievable.
You guys like it?
Oh my gosh.
It's weird because on video or in pictures, you don't get to appreciate it, what it really looks like in face to face. But yeah, I think it came out nice.
Here's the most amazing thing. You don't even know this. Tomorrow night, the book signing we have, these are her colors.
Nice.
Let's put the book with the flowers.
There you go, see?
Holy smokes.
It was meant to be.
Right?
Wow.
Look at that. It's the purples, the yellow, the orange, the whole rainbow. Everything that's in this book, he just created on those flowers.
And I gotta tell you, it's the finishing touches that make the difference.
Unbelievable.
Thank you, thank you.
Slick, let's put up Andreas, the OMG information on there also.
On the bottom.
Please.
That is spectacular. You can check it out at omgflowerboutique.com.
Yes.
You can order everything online. You can always give them a call, but it's so easy to order on the website. And if you want to change any flowers out, just give them a call.
It's very
easy. Deliver. Isn't that beautiful, Michelle?
It is gorgeous.
But look how it
Thank you.
matches the
Absolutely
book
beautiful.
signing for tomorrow night.
Yeah, look at Michelle's dress. This whole thing is like, wow.
That's incredible, right?
That is incredible. So he had no idea about the
idea.
colors for the book.
No.
No
There
idea.
you go, signs.
He did not even know we were having a book signing tomorrow night. But
I
I'm
know,
like,
right?
let's have some fresh flowers in the house, right?
Absolutely.
And he picked the colors. Again, he's a magician. He's like you are with numbers. He is with flowers.
Yep.
And we're finally understanding what's coming our way because we have a gentleman that does cakes, little donuts,
donuts.
and he themes them out, and the colors are spectacular the way he does it. And all of these ingredients at this time, maybe is that door opener, because I believe that color, music, and flowers are God's way of telling us, you know what, it's going to be okay. Just let it go. Move on.
Wow.
Exactly what you're talking
Right.
about.
That's the thing about
Right.
nature, man, the colors. People ask me sometimes, are those real flowers? I'm like, absolutely. Some of the colors that you see
Wow.
are incredible. Same with animals.
Yes.
So
Those colors. Well, maybe, Andreas, you can come up with something we can put in that pot outside, because you want your outside to be welcoming.
yes.
So see what you can think of, and we'll try and put that together.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because the only thing that lives in this place are things that you bring in.
No,
Well,
but
actually, some of these plants do okay. Well, there's no windows, so it makes it really hard.
we could do like I said, we could do a wall with artificial flowers that look very, very real.
He
So
doesn't
it
do
depends on the
artificial.
quality. If you go to the dollar store, you're gonna find cheap quality.
No, I go by whatever he says. I happen to know that in life, when you have something living,
It's better, yeah.
it will always inspire more life.
Maybe we'll try the orchids. Maybe we can do like an
Yeah,
orchid tree.
you know
or
what?
something.
Let's figure something out. Let me
think
Well,
about
you're
it.
the
brainstorm a little bit.
magician. You will, and I
Let
know
me
that you will
make it
figure
happen.
out.
We
for
give
you.
this to you. Yep, absolutely. All right, we're going to take a commercial break. Michelle, can you stay with us a little bit more?
Sure.
All right, Andreas, stay
Yes,
with us a little bit more.
absolutely. I want to listen what everything she has to say. I love it.
Awesome.
Okay.
We're going to take a quick commercial break. If you want Michelle to do maybe a little birthday kind of numerology,
I could
you
give you
gotta
my
us a
numbers,
call.
Michelle.
888-994-4995, Studio A, and we'll be right back.
When your property suffers from water, mold, fire, or biohazard, you need a professional remediation company that is fully licensed, bonded, and insured. Rescue Clean 911 offer 24/7 emergency service with 1-hour response times now in your area. Water, mold, fire, biohazard. Call now 1-833-253-2699.
Handling the hard jobs with a soft touch.
Looking for a cool, laid-back space with great people and even better drinks? You can't lose. The Artful Dodger, Boca Raton's hidden gem. A good, old-fashioned local bar is hard to come by, but not anymore. The Artful Dodger is a fun, casual place to sit back and relax. Located at 495 Northeast 20th Street in Boca Raton, you'll find your new favorite bar.
Introducing Verijet, a new concept in short-haul aviation designed to get passengers closer to where they want to go. Powered by the award-winning Cirrus Vision Jet. The aviation world is talking about its unique state-of-the-art safety features, including the aircraft parachute system, and safe return that allows it to land itself in an emergency. Cabins are disinfected between passengers, and microparticle filtration treats the air every 30 seconds. All in a beautifully appointed premium cabin with plenty of room and first-class service and amenities. Verijet, the best short-haul alternative.
Even though some things are far away, we plan for them ahead of time because they're important. When it comes to your celebration of life, it's really no different. You want to plan ahead now so your family doesn't have to later, and create a service that reflects your values, character, and traditions, no matter what they may be. At Dignity Memorial, we listen to every detail and make sure everyone is remembered.
Suffering from COPD, chronic bronchitis, or pneumonia? Let the All-County Healthcare Respiratory Team treat you for these conditions using interpulmonary percussive ventilation, or IPV therapy. You'll see immediate results. See what our patients have to say by going to www.allcountyhealthcare.com. This service may be covered by Medicare Part A at no cost to you. Call now to see if you qualify for this therapy.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Café Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Where that happens?
Just for you, and we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Wow, on a beautiful Thursday, we have got this magnificent arrangement that Andres from OMG Flower Boutique just created. It is spectacular. He did this here right on the set, and serendipitously, it is exactly the same colors as our book signing for tomorrow night. So he had no idea we were even doing this, but it's so beautiful. Talk about the rainbow.
If you could see a rainbow at night, think about that.
If you can see it at night?
If you can see a rainbow at night, that's what this whole...
Oh, really? Nice.
What this whole thing is about. And she explains what that's all about.
Yeah, makes sense.
And it does make sense. It makes a whole lot of sense.
So let's bring Michele Landers over because, Michele, people are asking about their birthdays and if you have information about their numbers.
Let's start with me.
Slick's trying to get... He's
Let's
trying to get over.
start with...
There you
Let's
go.
start with you.
All right.
Who are we starting with?
Okay.
Andreas.
Okay, go ahead.
Andreas, okay, first of all, I would have to know your whole name on your birth certificate, and that would take, but I'm not going to do that right now because that takes me too long, but I'm just going to do your birthday. So what is your entire birthday?
So it's May 6, 1984, 0506, 1984.
Okay, let's see.
37 years old.
37. You're a baby.
Do I look 37?
No, not at all.
That's good.
Okay, so May 6, 1984, 10, 19, and let's do one more calculation here. Okay. Well, I want to tell you that one of the things that I can get from your first name is Andreas. So the A that I look at, the A resonates to the number 1. And in numerology, there's 9 numbers that I deal with, the numbers from 1 to 9. Every letter in the alphabet has a numerical value, and it really is pretty much what the numerical value is when you go through the alphabet, like A is 1, B is 2, and so forth. So the number 1 gives you a lot of determination. And again, this is not your whole name. So the numbers either add, if you have an abundance of 1 value letters in your name, then that's going to intensify the meaning of the 1. If you have more 2 value letters in your name, that's going to change it and shift it. But we're just going to go with number 1. Your first letter of your first name is A, and that gives you a lot of drive. and a lot of thinking. I think you think a lot. There's a lot going on in your head all the time. You're a pioneer as well. I think you're inventive. You're a pioneer. And it's interesting that you create flowers, because your life path, and you can look this up or you could go on my website, the number 6, that's your life path as a 6. And you're all about beauty and harmony. You need to have beauty and harmony around you all the time.
Crazy, right?
6s are very much about wanting to create places of beauty, places of harmony. Family is usually very important to them. You're very responsible. I think you have strong opinions at times, and maybe not everybody's interested in that, but you do have strong opinions. But 6s really can be great in business, businesses that are really profitable for a 6 life path, which you are, is anything in the beauty industry, anything in the service industry. Also, because 6s have strong opinions, they're also great at being a psychologist or something like that, where you give advice to people. So let's see what's going on though for you this year. 5, 6, 21. Okay. And your age, again, you said is 37, right?
Yes, correct.
Let me get that down. I just want to look at one more little aspect to see what else I can find out. So while I'm doing that, I just want to tell you that the year that you're in is very interesting, because it's it feels like it was kind of a pullback year. And maybe you were reconsidering some important things in your life. It's a time where you might be giving a lot of thought to your life and some areas that you might want to change, or some new things that you want to do. But it's really more about a thinking and going deep vibration. And also, sometimes in the year that you're in, a 7 year, people that you haven't seen in a while might reappear or might have reappeared. So has that happened to you at all?
Yeah, it's been happening actually. You're right. People that I lost contact throughout the years, now they're coming back. It's weird.
Yeah, that's part of the whole aspect of it. So this year for you is, next year, I have to tell you, it looks like a really, really good money year, just as an aside. But this year is more about reevaluating things, and it can bring endings to some things in your life. There might have been some emotional things going on this year for you. Does that make any sense?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So that's just a little glimpse of it, just a little snippet.
Right.
Michele, tell everyone, when you do a chart, how they can contact you, what information do you need?
Okay. First of all, if people just go to my website, they can go to michelelanders.com, and that's Michele with 1 L. If they go to my website, I offer a free 15-minute consultation so I can discuss with them, what it is that they're really interested in. And when I do a numerology chart, what I need is your full name on your birth certificate and your full birth name, because that gives me added information. So what I just did for Andreas, again, was just a snippet of, okay, so what is the energy operating for him? By the way, a 7 year also, I just realized I should talk about that. For you, Andreas, is also a time of deep spirituality. So if you are already spiritual, this should bring even more spirituality in your life. And if that's not really your tendency, then there should be signs that are pointing you in that direction, to have faith, to have belief, to open up to the spiritual world. So that's important as well.
Thank you.
You're
Michelle
welcome.
is
I hope that was
amazing.
helpful.
She's amazing. She always finds like money and opportunity for us, Freddie.
That's why I love having her around. No,
Well-
but all kidding aside, and I'm talking to people as they're writing in instead of calling in, it could be a little intimidating knowing a Michele Landers because she's going to tell you. You see, the thing about numbers, that numbers don't exaggerate, they don't lie, they are plain truth. So she's going to tell you the truth. And some people are a little bit afraid, Michele. They say, oh, if I tell Michele, this is my numbers, and it doesn't look good, what is she going to say? She's going to tell me that she's going to tell you the truth.
Remember what she told us about the W?
Going to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
How could I forget? But it's the truth.
Right.
And that is refreshing today. To get the truth and nothing but the truth, you know?
Absolutely.
No exaggerations, no sugarcoating it, telling you the truth. And what I love is that everybody has an opportunity to do balance. Everybody has an opportunity to do better, go forward, not behind. I got up in the morning this morning and I saw there's a march in France where the new thing now that they're saying is the new way is the fight way. Nothing right now stands. You got to fight your way out of it.
Determination.
No, fighting. There were thousands that were marching
But they're
in
fighting
France.
because of the mask situation.
They're fighting about everything.
But Michele does it by, it's funny what you say about the A's. I'm sitting here thinking about Aaron. AA.
Double A.
Right? He's double A. You talk about a determined man. You've been with me a long time doing this. You've seen the phone calls, the letters, the determination. Now he's in D.C. with a lobbying firm because that is what he wants to do, is to make a difference.
But back in the day when he was going through this, that double A was very, I don't know if I can do this, Mom. Remember that? And then she sat with him one day and says, it's going to be okay. It's about giving up those old beliefs, holding on to the new ones, and just let it go.
And faith. He finally said to me, which is so interesting, when all of this happened, because he's had, listen, everyone in life has their ups and downs, right, and those bumpy roads. And he finally said, the week before he moved, he said, now I know why I had all of those bumpy roads, because each one of them led me to the next step, and to the next step, which brought me right here, which is exactly where I wanted to be 7 years ago.
Wow.
And here I am getting to do what I really, really want to do and be in DC.
You got to have faith for that.
And he said to me, that's exactly what he said. He said, now, Mom, I really have faith.
That's the thing. Like, I always, like things always work out for me one way or another, right? And that's because I believe that they're going to work out no matter what. That's one thing I do have is lots of faith.
That's why your flowers are so beautiful.
Well, that's
It's the
because
energy.
you see the right way. You know, it's funny. We had a kid in here, not a kid, a young woman in here who has now gone on. She was an intern producer. She's gone on to go to Central Florida. And yesterday was her last day. And what I did was I asked her to sit in my seat, not my seat, but to sit in this seat, because I wanted to thank her for everything that she had done. Now, this kid came from Stoneman Douglas, last graduating class from that fiasco that happened down there. And I wanted her to understand that this new life, exactly what you're talking about, I got to see a glimpse of it yesterday. And the one thing that I've discovered in this business, being in this building, doing the things that we do with these people around us, is that light glows. Remember we talked about if you're a lighted candle, it carries for tomorrow, because she can light the next candle, that lights the next candle, that lights the next candle. And I'm sitting here thinking about what you just said, and for me, yesterday was the beginning to see that. Seeing her sit up here, we brought in the father from Parkland as well, who lost his daughter. He was here, and there was like an eerie feeling of growth. Like, you know something, this tragedy happened, and you're in a room now, and we're going to turn this thing around. And I feel the same way with this guy. Because every time he comes in here, he changes things.
Oh, look at
Tracy
this. Yep.
changes things. The lady with the author changes things. And then Michele shows up. And once again, even though you're not in the room, you can get a feel of change.
There is a guy in Miami, one of my suppliers, where I pick up the flowers. He always tells me, Andres, remember something. You're not a lucky guy. You're blessed.
That's true.
I told him, things always work out for me. He goes, because you're blessed. Nothing happens by luck. You're blessed. and I carry that with me all the time.
That is nice. Michele, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I love it, and hopefully next time I can be on live and in the studio and share more information with you. And you guys are doing such a great job, and I love you both so much.
We love you too. You are amazing. Thank you so much. I'm going to call you. We're going to go over my chart, which is
okay.
Again, the numbers, I guess, don't lie, as you say, Freddie.
Numbers don't lie. But you know something? She's been pretty much on point.
She has been on point.
Pretty much on point.
I always go back to the first time you did my chart, and it was interpretation. It was the numbers. It was like 3 years ago. And I read this,
Right.
when you get it, you go, what's it going to say? And it says, you will have a new appreciation of life and death. So I thought, oh my God, holy smoke, somebody that I love is going to pass on. I'm going to have a new appreciation. The next day, Dignity Memorial signed on with us to be a client. And there was a pasta company
I need to
called
talk to
like
them.
One with Life Pasta. Oh, Heaven's Pasta or something. So Dignity Memorial and Heaven's Pasta were our new clients the next day. Wow. And all I could do was laugh because it was the interpretation of what it is. And there she was, right there.
Yeah, it's not always, people go to the worst case scenario. And the one thing I wanted to address real quickly is we always have ultimate control. I show you what tendencies are there in your chart and what the energies are, what kind of energies are operating for you. But you want to work with the energies, not against it. And so nothing is carved in stone. You can work with things for sure if you have a heads up and you kind of know what the energies are. And if I could say one more thing, for as far as this world goes, I would encourage people, don't fight against things, promote what you believe in, but don't fight against, be for something, not against something. And send love all the time, even to your perceived enemies, send love. That's the only thing that's going to change this world.
Michele, you're amazing.
That's it.
Thank you so much. We love
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Can I say one thing?
Sure.
The numbers don't lie, and neither do the flowers.
That is true.
Yeah.
If you treat them right, they will last you a long time.
I gotta
if
tell
you
you.
treat them bad, they will not.
What joy these bring, right?
Beautiful.
All right, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to bring TikTok Taylor on the set, see how our vacation to Chicago was. If you are not hungry now, you're going to be at the end of this segment. So stay tuned.
Bye.
We'll be right back.
Amp Media Productions and WNN Money Talk Radio have been in conjoint business for 10 years. They've been working around the clock, nonstop, to promote over 500 shows and businesses with added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422.
Have you been injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or through the negligence of another? The lawyers at Shane M. Farnsworth, PA, have over 40 years of experience representing injured individuals and their families. Call us today at 561-272-8337 for a free case evaluation and the answers to your legal questions. Were you injured in an accident that wasn't your fault? Don't let the insurance companies take advantage of you. Contact us now to learn about your options and protect your...
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
Attention Florida residents. Is constant water damage from the elements putting holes in your pipes and your wallet? We cut the cost when disaster strikes. You deserve to have your house be a home again. At Triumph, we get you paid the most for your insurance claims. Broken pipes, water damage, and mold? Triumph Consulting covers it all. Call our offices now to qualify for a free house inspection at 954-669-4935 or visit www.wegetYouPaid.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Café Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back
He's
at the
a
Brooklyn Cafe.
wackadoodle.
What a great Thursday. I have to tell you, I love what we do. I love what we get to do and how blessed we
Michelle
are.
got you all fired up.
Look
that's
at
all.
these flowers.
I know the flower between the flowers
I
and
love
Michelle.
the
You're
flowers.
like, and the police officer this
And
morning.
Hector redid my commercial.
And Hector just redid your commercial. You're like, you should play Lotto today.
I should. I'm going to.
Give me the numbers. I'll go take it.
I'm going to, between these beautiful flowers, they are spectacular. Michelle, Hector redid my commercial. All I had to do was ask him. So, Hector, thank you for redoing that.
Play the number 6 on the number 1.
Okay. 6 and 1, you got it. And now we got TikTok Taylor back with us. It's been a while since you've been on
Now,
set with us.
wait, hold on. Are we allowed to call her TikTok? Because I heard she was moving away from the definition of TikToking.
Try to limit my social media usage. Try
Really?
to better myself.
How many followers do you have, Taylor?
18.4 thousand.
Nice.
But like,
it's a good thing you limit yourself.
I don't know why, because I barely make. It was just from like 2 viral videos, and that's where I got all of them. And then I barely get any views on the videos I upload now, and I don't upload that many videos.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the viral one about?
Work stories about rude customers usually.
Rude customers.
Yeah.
You ever notice? There's somebody that we know that we do a show. He got 4.2 million hits on a handing of a rose to a drunk guy.
Maybe I should start doing that more often.
I'm thinking of putting alcohol all over me and walking like a drunk person and get a bagel or something.
So he handed the rose to who?
That a guy who was drunk, that's for his girlfriend. Can I get a rose? Because it's Kenny Love. He gives out roses. And the guy says, can I have a rose for my girlfriend? The guy obviously was drunk. And Kenny says, of course, I love you, and gave it to him. 3 seconds.
Really?
That's it. Boom, boom.
Nice.
4.2 million hits.
That's all it takes, man.
Wow. I've been up not the wrong tree. I've been on the wrong planet. Now, Taylor went to Chicago?
Taylor went to Chicago. Taylor did a show today, and we're sitting here thinking, why are we hearing it through the speaker? So I didn't realize till I went in to check it that you were playing some videos, and I got to see some of your food tour of Chicago.
Yes.
All right, you want to set this up for us?
Do we have it queued up?
So
you got it?
I was told when I went to Chicago, I had to try a Chicago dog and
pizza,
deep dish pizza. And I took a video that Slick's going to show of me trying the Chicago dog.
All right, Slick.
Oh, now hold on. Did you go somewhere specific to get the hot dog?
No.
This is just a common place.
Yeah. It's just
Wow.
like a normal thing to have these.
So this is a normal hot dog
places.
All right, Slick.
Yeah.
A normal
Here's
Chicago dog.
The Chicago Chicago dog. Want to take the first bite?
Wow, I think this one's right. Oh, okay. Maybe you're right. Yeah, this looks like a chili. Okay, that makes more sense.
Not bad.
There is a fork here.
I gotta try. I'm excited. I don't dislike the mustard as much as I thought. I like these. I give it 8 out of 10.
Isn't that great? I love watching people eat and enjoy food, right?
Okay, so let me get this right. That is a Chicago hot dog.
Yeah. It has mustard, which I don't really like mustard, so that's why I thought I wasn't going to like it. But it has mustard, onions, peppers. That one had tomatoes on it. I didn't know it had tomatoes, but it's just what it came with.
What kind of pepper was that? Like a sweet pepper?
No, they were like, I mean, things aren't really that spicy to me because I love spicy food, so I eat a lot of spicy food. But it's like those pepperoncini things that they put like on the sides of pizzas and stuff like that.
Wow.
It was one of those, but like smaller, which I didn't know those existed, but I liked them.
Well, now that you've had the Chicago dog, I want you to try a Bronx dog.
Oh, okay.
I'm
What
gonna
does
make
that
it.
have on it?
Now this is going back.
Do they
in the
grill
day.
them or you boil them?
You eat it. You don't ask me nothing about the
You
ingredients.
gonna bring some in tomorrow?
No, because I gotta get the ingredients.
Okay.
This is intense.
Really?
Yeah. But you can't question it. You gotta try, just like you did that. You can't say no. I don't like this. No, I don't like. You gotta try it in its entirety.
Have you tried a Colombian hot dog?
Yes, I have.
With the pineapple. And
Yes, I have.
Pineapple sauce, the quail baby eggs.
Really?
And then they put the chips. Like you smash the chips and you put them on top.
Yes, I have.
Look, you would love that.
And
Oh,
in
man.
Puerto Rico, those quail eggs are called kikirikis.
There's a place in Boca, West Boca, like on 18th Street and 441, called La Perrada del Gordo. Go try it. You're gonna love it.
All right, let's see the next one.
Holy smokes, what is that?
That is the house from Home Alone.
Oh, that's the house from Home Alone?
Yeah. Like the
Anybody
real
home?
House. I mean, they had an Amazon package out front, but
I
don't know if they were home. They had a
Look at
lot
the
of
size of that
cameras
house.
also.
Did you go in?
No, someone lives there.
You're kidding.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
and they
know.
had
It's
a
just-
lot
I'm
of
sorry.
cameras, which I imagine, because there were a lot of people. There was one guy, the guy that was like walking in the video. He was there when we got there, and he was like FaceTiming someone, like, "Oh, look, it's the Home Alone house." And then we pulled up, and then right when we pulled up, another group of people pulled up also to take pictures with it. So everyone knows that it's from the movie. So
That's in
they had a lot
Chicago?
of cameras outside. What?
In Chicago?
Yeah.
I didn't know they filmed Home
Yeah.
Alone in Chicago.
Me neither.
It's
I
supposed to
didn't
be New
either,
York,
but
I guess the house
it
is.
does take the movie takes place in Chicago. So, because John Hughes like helped write and produce that movie, I believe, and he's from Chicago, so a lot of his movies took place in Chicago.
You should really do a pop
But wasn't a
culture
part
show.
where he
should.
was in Central Park?
Yeah, but that's
That
just
was in the
film
second
location.
one.
The second one, okay.
Yeah.
There's another one?
He's got a next one. This is all on her show.
Oh,
It's going
okay.
to be airing tonight at 7:30.
Let's see the next one. Wow, this is fascinating. Wrigley Field.
I used to say "Save Ferris" right there.
Okay, cut it all up. All right, thank you.
Did I go to all the bars? That was the Wrigley Field sign, and the reason I was freaking out about seeing that was because in my favorite movie, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, they showed that sign, and it said "Save Ferris" on it, and he goes to that field. I didn't go inside the field.
Oh, that place
But
is nice.
I bet it's probably really
Wrigley
pretty.
Field.
I love Taylor because she's just so pop culture. She just loves life. That's what's so amazing is this woman loves life. I mean, she loves ice cream and her family. And you talk about the things that are important in life. That's Taylor and her family.
You know, TikTok, you could take the last...
And ice cream is up there, too.
You
They
could
own
take...
two Cold Stone. Actually, they own a Cold Stone right near you.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Cold Stone.
Yeah, she owns the
It's
Cold
theirs.
Stone.
I love all the stores, like going to, but nothing beats Haagen-Dazs ice cream.
How about Cold Stone?
I love going to Publix and buy one, get one free. I just love it, and I buy like...
He just likes the free.
Well, there's a Cold Stone right near you,
Where?
and I work there.
Which one?
So
The one on
don't-
Congress?
Well, I work at that one too, but
go
the
to
one
that
on
one.
Lantana and Jog.
Because
mostly.
my girlfriend likes to order this thing that's not even on the menu anymore.
Okay.
It comes
What is
with-
it called?
It's like strawberries and banana, and they smash it all together.
The Strawberry Banana Rendezvous.
Boom, that's it. And they make it for you.
I know it's in there.
Taylor's family owns the 2 Cold Stones.
Oh, really?
Yep.
How come they don't have it on the menu anymore?
They do. It's just like they updated the menu
It's
a
in
while
fine
ago,
print.
so but I know what's in it personally. It's strawberry ice cream with strawberries, bananas, graham cracker pie crust, and white chocolate chips.
No, because they'll still make it for you. Every time we go, my
Yeah.
girlfriend gets it.
Yeah, if you say it, I'll know it.
Which one is the one by my store?
The one on Lantana and Jog in Lake
Okay.
Worth.
Yeah.
That's the one I mostly
You know,
work
to
at.
work there, you got to memorize the entire menu.
Really?
Yes.
All of it. To work there.
Yep.
So she
I
writes
mean,
it.
They
you
should
gotta
give you
memorize
like
most
they
of
should
them.
let you eat the ice cream as you memorize it, each flavor. I think that will help.
How many
Well-
flavors does Cold Stone have?
Well, flavors is different than signatures, but flavors, I'd say there's like 30 flavors.
And how many signatures?
Signatures, maybe like 50 or so.
Are the signatures from corporate or from each owner?
They're from the franchise, yeah. So we don't make them up or anything. Everyone's always like, oh, you should make your own signatures, but we don't make them. Cold Stone tells us what to do.
So there are 56 weeks in a year.
Yeah.
If you go to Cold
52
Stone,
last I checked.
52. You gotta be such a numbers person.
You do. In your week, there are 56.
Well, I put in leap. I put in leap year and all that.
In your life, you work harder than anybody, yes.
52. So if you go to Cold Stone every week and you try a different signature, in a year you will have all of them.
You need 2 years between the regular flavors and the signatures.
Yeah,
right?
they
No, by
also, they have like promotions too. So like right now, till the end of August, we have this promotional thing that Cold Stone sends us that we have to do for like 2 months. And they send us like signatures with that. So like the signatures this month are marvelous cake batter and strawberry batter. So those are 2 more signatures that I get to memorize just for like 2 months, and then they take them away.
Was Cold Stone the first store that came up with that concept? Of making-
Actually, no. I think they copied someone else.
Really?
So I know there's a place called the Marble Slab or something like that I've been to in like Tennessee or something, but I don't think they were the first.
Well, Cold Stone was the smart one because he's the one that made all the money, right?
Do we have more videos?
There might be. I
Are
think
there
there's
any
a
more?
video of me with the church from Home Alone or something.
We'll see if there's any more.
But
Slick.
they're chit chatting back there.
I don't know. Slick, we got more videos?
Technical
He's
difficulties.
having technical difficulties.
That would be known.
All right, so let's wrap this up.
All right, take it easy. All right, so tonight at 7 o'clock, no, 7:30.
At 7 o'clock, we've got Alana. She's going to be interviewing Steve Gubb because it's Gubba Rum and talking about the best rum that we've been working with for a year and a half already.
So it's a Gubba special tonight.
Gubba special tonight at 7. Get your Gubba weekend early, as Freddie would say. And then at 7:30, we're talking to Taylor. So tune in to WNN tonight for all of those shows. And we may have a special segment we're going to get to do a little bit later.
Which one?
The one
He
we talked
said
about
he's got
yesterday.
it now.
He's got it.
What do you say?
Happy birthday.
All right, let me see what you got.
All right.
Put up the third one.
From Home Alone. So about here is where they had the manger scene that Kevin hid in to hide from those guys. And then this is the church.
Was that part of the movie?
Yeah, remember in Home Alone when he runs up to like the manger scene and he pretends he's part of the manger scene to hide from those guys, and then he goes into the church in the first Home Alone? No.
Yeah, but they made it look like that was St. Patty's Cathedral.
That was the second one. I think when he was for
Yeah.
Christmas, lost in New York, right? At
Yeah,
the
yeah,
plaza.
yeah.
Okay.
But the first one, yeah, he goes to that church, and it actually looks exactly the same if you look it up or like see in the movie. Like the church looks exactly the same.
You and your sister look exactly the
Exactly
same.
the
too.
same.
Yeah, we get that a lot, especially when we were kids. Like now she's quite a bit taller than me, and she dyes her hair lighter, so our hair color would be the same if she didn't dye her hair. But yeah, everyone, especially when we were in like middle school, everyone thought we were twins.
I could tell. I thought you were twins too.
Yeah, I mean, when people get to know us, they realize that we don't look that much alike. I don't think we look that much alike, but a lot of people do think we're twins.
She went to school with Josh, right?
Yeah, like, I mean, me and Josh both went to Park Vista, but he knew her from the softball team.
Josh squared.
Wow, they all know each other.
I know. All right, Andreas, thank you so much. OMG Flower Boutique, you can check it out on their website, omgflowerboutique.com. You can also check out Michele Landers with one L, michellelanders.com for more information on her numerology. Both spectacular. Talk about some positive energy in here. Taylor, welcome back. That food tour
Thank
looks
you.
incredible. Thank you to Tom Sawyer for all that delicious food everyone got to eat today for lunch.
Absolutely.
More to come. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Please be
Thank
kind to
you.
each other. Pay it forward, and we'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.
In the cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save her. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors. Just a ray of light, bathing me in drops of ink that gleams across my body. Wish you could unfreeze my heart and we could fly